And we need to talk about Enes Kanter, but I suppose we can't use that name anymore. Because according to this report that happened just a few hours ago, Enes Kanter to legally change his name to Enes Kanter Freedom. According to Shams of The Athletic, Kanter is legally changing his name and will become a U.S. citizen on Monday. Here's the tweet from Shams. Boston Celtics center Enes Kanter is legally changing his name to Enes Kanter Freedom. Kanter will be his middle name. Freedom is his new last name. He becomes a U.S. citizen on Monday. And we have documented on this channel, I know John and Rhodes have talked about it on Black and White, you know, how much Enes Kanter has been speaking out this year, especially when it comes to China, going after the NBA, going after LeBron James specifically for not calling out China, even though LeBron says you need to stand up for, you know, injustice everywhere. And I think that's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And now he's just going even further with it, changing his last name to Freedom.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I respect Enes Kanter, you know, and I know Enes Kanter supports a lot of the like BLM and, you know, all the social justice stuff. I get all that, but at least he's being consistent across the board. Consistent, and that's what I appreciate. I appreciate consistency. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like your takes. But if you're that consistent and he's holding firm on this, and I respect the hell out of it, man. So I love it. I love the fact that LeBron finally got asked about it and he tap danced around the whole thing because he can't actually deal with anything. This guy, isn't he making the rounds on mainstream media now? You know, like Fox News had him on and all of that.
I think he was on CNN too.
Like he's starting to get a lot of traction, and the more traction he gets, the more attention he gets, the more it's making people like LeBron James and the NBA uncomfortable. And I'm very, very happy about that.
Yeah, he needs to keep it going, put the pressure on the NBA players. He went after the Nets owner, Joe Tsai. And we know that Joe Tsai is not going to say anything because Joe Tsai is the co-founder of Alibaba, a Chinese company. And remember what happened to Jack Ma? Jack Ma said something. The man disappeared for like a month. I'm pretty sure Joe Tsai doesn't want to disappear. And I mean, Joe Tsai is the same man that called people from Hong Kong, what did he say? They were traitors for protesting. Yeah, that's why Enes Kanter put him on blast.
Well, and Joe Tsai tried to insinuate that Enes Kanter is anti-Asian, that he hates Asian people because of him calling out the Chinese Communist Party. It's weird. He seems to be standing up for a lot of different Asian groups who are being oppressed by the Chinese Communist Party. And that's very obvious. People can see right through that. Joe Tsai is very powerful, has a lot of money. He owns like a crappy little like lacrosse or soccer team here, or I don't live in San Diego anymore, but in San Diego. So I've heard a lot about Joe Tsai over the years. And the fact that he tried to call Enes Kanter that, Enes Kanter immediately just threw it right back in his face. The owner of the Brooklyn Nets is a coward and puppet of the Chinese government. Being anti-CCP does not mean being anti-Asian. It's possible to hashtag stop Asian hate and stand up against the CCP. Human rights are not Western values. They're universal values. Spineless Joe Tsai. And I do not like Enes Kanter, 99% of the time when he's talking about social justice shit like that. But you can't deny that the dude genuinely is walking the walk as opposed to just talking the talk. I agree with him when it comes to China and the stuff we've seen. The problem is all these other athletes that want to bend the knee for Black Lives Matter, that want to say her name, let me breathe, all this shit, right? Whatever they've been talking about, they are silent when it comes to China because of money. And Enes Kanter is not that way. He is not only going to talk the talk, he's going to walk the walk. So you got to respect him for that.
Yeah. And it's the same with Hollywood. Same thing. They won't come out and say anything against China, you know.
Nope.
It's the exact same thing, but man, maybe what different approach can Enes actually do now to really, really amp up the heat? Now, he's called for the boycott of the Winter Olympics next year. I just wish he was a superstar, man. If he was a superstar, man, he'd be carrying so much more weight, you know.
Well, I think he's opening the conversation up for other people to maybe feel more comfortable that have more clout within the league potentially. So we'll see. But I'm 100% supportive of it.